Here's everything that I thrifted this week, including some shopping fails. So I went to my boyfriend's house for Easter, and he lives in a very small town by the water, almost kind of like cottage country. It's a beautiful place, but I never would have imagined in a million years that they had a thrift shop there, but they do. So I was going on a walk with my boyfriend's mom, and I was like, what is that? Because I have like a radar for thrift shops. And she was like, oh, that's a little thrift shop. And I'm like, what? And it was a local community-run thrift shop, all volunteers running it, and they gave all of the funds to the local library. So I was also like, I love libraries and I love thrift shops. So I was like, here we go. This is my type of thrift shop. I mean, I go to any different type of thrift shop, but I do feel better supporting kind of a local volunteer-run thrift shop that actually has decent fair pricing instead of something like Value Village. That's more of like a corporate thrift shop. But Value Village, if you want to sponsor me, I love you and I will do it, but you need to lower your prices. So the next day they were only open for like 3 hours, and I made sure I walked in the pouring rain and I made sure that I got there. And the second I walked in, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. But everything was cash only, which I was not prepared for. So my boyfriend ended up coming and walking there as well, and he paid for everything. And honestly, I got quite a few cute things, and he got some things too, actually. So we got these little bowls that are really good condition. Little burgundy ceramic bowls. We got a set of 4. Also, keep in mind, this particular thrift shop was having a sale where everything was half off. So I think these bowls were $2 each, so it ended up only being $4 for the 4 bowls. And I love the color. You know, we have like very basic white bowls that are kind of small, so this is just a little something different. I also got this little thing, and one thing about me is that I really do not love printed phrases for interior decor, you know, like the classic like live, laugh, love type thing, or like this home is a haven or whatever, you know, like I feel like it's very outdated in my personal opinion, and you know, whatever, to each their own. But I did find this and I thought it was just cute. It was more the wording. It says, thankful for a house full of the loves of my life. And that's truly how I feel living with my boyfriend and my beautiful golden retriever, Darla. I feel very grateful. They are the loves of my life. And I just thought this was cute. It's kind of cheap. Like, it's not, if it gets ruined or something, it's not going to be that upsetting. Like, it's kind of cheap. And I just kind of put it up right in the middle into the walkway so you can see it when you're in the kitchen or whatever. And it's just a nice reminder. And my boyfriend was laughing at me because I always am making fun of, like when I'm at thrift shops or Winners or whatever, I'm always making fun of these type of things. But I fell for it. But it was like $1. If it was like $10, absolutely not. It's good to be a little cheesy sometimes, you know? And then I think, oh, the other last like object I got was Educated, upside down, Educated by Tara Westover. I have read this book. It's one of my favorite books of all time, an incredible memoir. Although I have lost it, some point in time, I lent it to somebody or left it at a house or I don't know what, but I lost this book, and I actually lose a lot of books, which is awful because I love books. I actually have a little running list on my phone of books that I need to have paper copy versions of, and I look for them in every thrift shop. You know, I look for them in those little free libraries, and this was one of them, so I could check this off the list. And there's other books that I'm like more than happy to just buy the Kindle version or get them from the library, but there's certain books that truly I need to have a paper copy of, and I need to display them in my home. So this was one of them, and it was like $1 something, which is great. So I definitely recommend you read this book if you haven't. It's intense, but it's a 5-star book, totally. I think our total came to $20, and that was at least, I would say we got at least 15 different things. I got a few pieces of clothing that I actually gave away because I didn't quite, like, they didn't have a dressing room or anything, but I didn't really care because I was like, whatever. If it doesn't fit, I'll either redonate it or give it to a friend or a family member because it was so cheap. So I gave away a few things actually to my sister-in-law and my mom, so I can't show those. But this was one little thing I got. It's like a little cardigan, a little black cardigan with this little ribbon. It's like a sheer ribbon. And I just thought it was cute. It's not revolutionary, it's not life-changing. I do teach dance on the side, which you may or may not know if you've watched my channel in the past. And I feel like stuff like this is very ballet core. Sorry, that was mean. But like, I hate the core stuff. But as a dance teacher, it is sometimes fun to play into the aesthetics of being a dance teacher and to wear little wrap shirts or little cute cardigans like this. So I'll definitely be wearing this when teaching, but I also thought it'd be cute in the summer. I just have it with a black tank top right now, but I thought it would be cute in the summer just to throw over like a little dress or even like a little crop top. And then the last thing that I got was this Fred Perry vintage knit sweater. But I love, red is my favorite color, and that's part of the reason I want to go back to my original hair color or to like a more neutral hair color, is so I can wear red all day every day because it's my favorite color. I found this, it's from Fred Perry, which is like a UK based brand, and I believe it's a man's sweater. I believe it's Fred Perry. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, but I looked up this logo and Google told me it was Fred Perry, but I might be wrong. But it's really good quality. I do believe it's a men's sweater, so it's quite large and oversized and long on me, which I'm not mad at. If I get bored of it or if I don't wear it, then I'll either give it to my younger brother or my dad or someone else who would be able to fit in it and would wear it. But it was like $2 or something for a really good quality sweater. Okay, and then yesterday I was having an extremely hard mental health day after having to pay for taxes this year. I did my taxes and I got my period in the same weekend, so I was mentally unwell, as you can imagine. And so naturally, when I'm upset about how much money I have to pay in taxes, I decided to go thrift shopping and spend more money. Because it's my coping mechanism, it really is. I'm sure you can understand. I fully am like a borderline shopaholic, but I compensate by like going thrifting. Like pretty much I'd say 95% of everything I consume, obviously not including like hair and makeup products, but like in terms of like shoes, clothes, books, home decor, stuff for my dog, everything is pretty much secondhand. So that's how I like compensate it and make it feel okay in my head that I spend so much money on stuff. But I'm really happy with the purchases I got. But I went to Value Village and I came home and my boyfriend was like, "How did you do?" And I said, "Well, I got 4 pairs of shoes." And he looked at me like I was crazy because objectively, I can't even fit the amount of shoes I already have in my closet. But we got ballet flats. Guys, I'm so happy. I have wanted ballet flats for like at least a year now, and I just never bought them. I don't know why. It kind of felt like it was something I couldn't pull off, to be honest. But I was trying them on and like walking around the shop, and I really felt like cute and dainty and girly and fun. So I was like, okay, like, but I have big feet. One thing about me, I'm a tall girl, I'm 5'10", and I have big feet. I have like size 10.5 feet. So I do struggle sometimes. It's hard with thrifting with big feet because you either find absolute gems because it's rare to have such big feet as a woman. So there's like a random pair of boots that are like a size 11 that have just been sitting there because not a lot of women have that big of feet. Or it's the opposite where you have no options because all the cute stuff is for like size 5, 6, 7 feet, and then you're just left with like really ugly shoes that are for bigger feet. It's kind of the same with clothes. We can get into that. I kind of want to do like a whole video about the disparity of like cute clothing options for plus size versus for size small and medium, at least what I've experienced in thrift shops, but that's for a different day. But anyway, I found 4 pairs of flats and I love them all. I've already worn 1 pair today. So I got these a little, these are all secondhand. These were all about $8 each and I got them at Value Village. This pair actually was $4 and this is like a slipper, no back, which is tough. Like I don't think I could wear these for a long walk. Like I could maybe wear them to, I don't know, to dinner or something. If I'm like getting a drive there, we have to walk like 2 minutes, like that type of thing. But anything more than that, I cannot wear these. But they are so cute. They are jeweled. I wasn't quite sure at first because they're not the most practical shoe. But then I FaceTimed my sister-in-law and she was obsessed with them. And then my brother was obsessed with them. And I was like, you know what? I'll get them. They were $4. They're from Accord USA, made in China. So I don't think these are like the best shoes of all time, like in terms of quality, but they're cute. I'll definitely get a bit of wear out of them. And when I wear them, I just feel so, I don't know, I just feel so cute in them. I don't know how to explain it. Like something like I've been wearing like sneakers. I don't know if that's not like athletic sneakers, but just like casual sneakers like Vans or Nikes or boots. and no in between. Like, I didn't have any ballet flats, and like, who told me that this was the best way to elevate the most basic outfit was to just throw on a little ballet flat? I mean, lots of girls have been, actually every fashion influencer on YouTube has been telling me that for 3 years, but I finally listened and I agree. So yes, I love these ones. These were $4. These little beige ones that I got, they have a little pattern along the side. They're just like a faux leather. They have a little bow with a little metal detailing. These were, I think, $7. These are a little oversized on me, but I do not mind because they're so comfortable. My toes aren't pinching. If they were flying off, then there's no point, right? But they do fit. They're a little big, but they fit. And then I got one pair of just simple black, true, these actually look like little ballet slippers. I danced competitively for my entire life, and something about this just brings me back to those days of wearing like little ballet slippers. And I love them. They have a little sparkle to them. I don't know if you can see that. They fit really nice. They're a little more snug than the beige ones, but they still fit. And then the last pair I got were these red velvet slippers. Or not slippers, sorry. They kind of look like slippers. They kind of look like those cute old man slippers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm picturing Ebenezer Scrooge type vibes. But I love the color. I've been looking on actual shoe brand websites for a new pair of ballet flats that are this burgundy red color. I think the bright cherry red is just a little much for me, so I do prefer this burgundy color. But of course, all of those flats were like, I don't know, $50, $60. And these are really good condition. They're velvet, and they were maybe $9. So like, you really can't go wrong. Like, what? Even if I wear these 4 or 5 times, to me, it's still worth the price. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with the next pair of boots I'm going to show you, is they were not worth the price. And they were one of my shopping fails this past week. And I actually have another story from this small, okay, let me go back. I'm getting confused. Okay. Fun story. I'm using this shoe to emphasize the story. So when I was at that little community thrift shop in my boyfriend's hometown, I saw that they had a bunch of DVDs. And like every other person in 2026, I'm trying to go more analog and get off my freaking phone in 2026. So anytime I see like DVDs or books or just anything that I can own and I can add it to my collection, I'm going to try to buy them, especially like old school Disney stuff that I want to show my kids one day. So yeah, I bought 3 of them and 2 of them had no DVD in it. Did I realize that in the moment? Did I bother to check? No, I did not. I did not realize it until I got not only back to his house, because if that was the case, I would have just walked back to the thrift shop the next day and like complained, even though these DVDs were $1 each or like even 50 cents, I can't remember. It didn't break the bank, but it's more like the principle, like even just to let them know that this is an issue, that maybe they should just double check all the DVDs. But I didn't realize until I was all the way back home, like multiple hours away. And my boyfriend just laughed and laughed and laughed. He honestly thought it was hilarious. I didn't really care that much. I was kind of disappointed because I did want the DVDs, but just a reminder, use my story as a reminder to double check when you're looking for, really when you're looking at anything, even books. It's not a bad idea to just like go through and double check that there's no like markings all over it or rips in the pages, but definitely DVDs or CDs, double check that the actual content is in the thing. And my other thrifting fail, oh, sorry, it wasn't thrifting, it was a shopping fail. This is the only item in this entire video that was not thrifted, is these boots. They actually don't look that bad from here. So I was thinking that they would be really good quality. I spent about $95 on them and I was scammed, essentially. Okay, so they used a totally different image. They used really good like marketing. It was essentially like a Temu type of seller, but they like had made this whole website saying it was based out of Toronto and it was like good quality materials and all this stuff to sell boots, and they used a totally fraudulent image that was not at all these boots. I totally fell for it. I saw these boots on Pinterest. I love them. I clicked it. I bought them because it said they were on sale for $95, originally $200. So I was like kind of doing the math. I'm like, okay, if the boots are originally $200, then they must be good quality. And like, this is a crazy sale, so I'm going to get them because I really did want boots this color, kind of like cowboy style. That I was looking up some reviews, which I should have done beforehand. Another lesson learned that you guys can learn on my behalf so you don't make the same mistake. But I learned after the fact that this brand was sketchy. People had complained about this brand. People were writing on Reddit and Twitter about how this brand is essentially a scam, but it was too late. I tried to email them and ask to cancel the order. They never got back to me. I guess I could have done a chargeback through the bank, but I kind of wanted to let them arrive because they were already being shipped out and they were coming from China. So not that like there's anything wrong with China. I'm not trying to say that. It's just like I was expecting them to come from Toronto. And they took like 2 full weeks to come. And then when they came, they were crumpled up in a little plastic bag, not a box, nothing, crumpled up in a bag. The minute I opened the bag, all I could smell was chemicals. Like this waft of air that hit me in the face was chemicals. And I immediately was like, fuck, no. This is not what I paid for. I paid $95 for these boots that I truly could have gotten off of Temu or off of Shein or off of Amazon for like $30 or $40. They're a piece of crap, but I think I could pull them off. I tried to email immediately asking for a refund or a return. Haven't heard anything back. Probably won't. Based on the reviews I read, I don't think they are going to get back to me. And if they do, I don't think they're going to let me return them. So I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for not being able to return them, in which case I will wear them, obviously. I'm not going to just like throw them in the garbage. Like they are all right, but they have no structure, right, at all. Like they're so shiny. So it's like very clear that they're made of synthetic fabrics. They have no structure. They stink. I've been trying to put them outside to air them out and they still stink, but they fit, like they're comfortable. And I think they could go, like I was kind of picturing wearing them with like a little white dress and a jean jacket or something like that. I think I will wear them if I have to keep them, but I was hoping I was going to be buying like decent quality boots that I could wear for years to come and they could be like a staple in my wardrobe. So I'm just really mad. And it's my own fault. I didn't research the company. And, you know, the more I was doing research on these Fry style boots, the more I realized that like actual Fry boots with like real leather are closer to $400 than $200. So even still, like the math wasn't mathing. I was just, I don't know. I hate this company. I left a very bad review, which I never do, but I left a bad review. And I felt guilty about it after, but I'm keeping it up. Okay, last but not least, I have these rings that I got from Value Village. They're actually 2 separate rings. They're both like diamond bands with some embellishment on them, but one is silver and one is gold. And I actually just stacked them together just to like experiment. And I really like the look of them stacked together because I don't know, I feel like the silver and gold kind of look cute together and it looks just a little more thick. Every once in a while, guys, I don't know why I'm holding the slipper like this. Every once in a while, you find a soulmate in clothing. I truly believe that. And you pretty much only ever find that truly through thrifting. Sorry, my hair looked so good this morning and then I was stuck outside in the pouring rain and now it looks awful, but whatever. Every once in a while that happens when you're thrifting. You just see something, you don't even check the price. At least I don't. I literally see it. It's mine. I know it. It is coming home with me. Okay, I found this t-shirt and I grabbed it. I would have actually gotten a physical fight with someone if they tried to grab it before me. It is this little baby blue baby tee, but it's the perfect size on me. I am a tall girl. I'm like normally like a size large with tops, but I do not like my t-shirts to be like hip length. They either need to be oversized and I can tuck them into like shorts or something, or they need to be like, they need to hit right above my hips, if that makes sense. So I can wear like mid to high rise jeans. You guys know the vibe. You guys know the vibe. This hits perfectly on my body and it has a little heart. I know what you might be thinking. This is like so circa 2020. I don't care. I always loved this style and I always wanted a shirt like this and I never got one. And I still like it. I don't care if it's out of style now. I don't care if it's a trend from a few years ago. Who cares? If you like it, then it's still trendy and still wear it. Who cares? I'm not following I don't even have TikTok. So I'm certainly not following TikTok trends. I love the color. I think it's totally going to make me pop. It's so perfect for summer and I just love it. And I love anything with jewels or diamonds or bedazzles or rhinestones or sparkles. As I ripped the tag off, there was no hesitation. Like the second I got out of the store, I was like, mine, you belong to me now. I would guess it was about $9 if I had to guess. It doesn't feel like some cheap shirt that's going to fall apart. Like it does feel like a really nice material. So yeah, obsessed with this. This is probably my favorite thing that I got out of this whole haul. That and probably these shoes are my 2 favorites. Okay, I also got just this tight little athletic tee that is this beautiful sage green color. It is pretty tight, but I like to wear kind of tight little tops like this with either sweats or leggings when I teach. And I just love the color. I thought it was really cute for spring, and it was like $3. So I grabbed it. And again, it's that perfect length on a tall girl where it just hits in the exact right spot on my body. So I grabbed this. I also got this dress from Tommy Hilfiger. I believe this was the most expensive thing in this entire, well, actually the boots were. I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it, boots. It's Tommy Hilfiger, size 10, which is a little, I'm around a size 10. That is around my size, but sometimes I skew more like size 8. Sometimes I'm a little bit more size 12 with like jeans. And this is Canadian sizing, by the way, but I found this paisley dress that's like just super flowy. I thought it would look really nice with my hair, with my eyes, even, God forbid, even with the boots, but I might as well use them, right? I have like a event I'm going to next month that's like a rodeo country theme. And I thought that this would be a cute way to dress on theme without being like super, super obvious with it. You know what I mean? By wearing like a cowboy hat and stuff. No tea, no shade to that. Like if I had one, I would wear it. But I thought this would be like a little bit more of a fashionable way to dress on theme. However, it is a little big on me and doesn't really do much for my figure. I have like a really cute burgundy belt and a really cute little beige belt, even a green belt that I could use to cinch it in and just give me a little bit more of a figure while I'm wearing it. And the second I realized I had a belt, I was like, oh, I'm keeping it. I was actually going to take it back, but it was only I think it was $22 or something, which is not bad for a Tommy Hilfiger dress that's in really good condition. And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna keep it. This was the one thing I was debating taking back, but I think once I get the belt going and the boots going, I think it'll be a vibe. So I'm keeping this. She is a very stinky wet dog, but she needed to make an appearance. Okay, you can go. Thank you. Love you. Big stretch. Big stretch. Big stretch. Oh. So I completely ripped off my microphone when I went to change out of my black cardigan, and the last like 10 minutes of my video is all messed up because I have no microphone. I was sitting on it because I completely forgot I had it on in the first place. Also, my necklaces are completely tangled up. But I also thrifted this green little sweater, and it's a beautiful, comfortable, nice spring sweater. Let me see if I can get you any higher so you can see. Yeah, I just thought it was a really nice, comfortable spring sweater that's not too hot, not too cold. It's a nice little layering piece like under a jacket or something. Although I will say I really feel like this color washes me out. I can see all my crap in the background. I will say I do feel like this color really washes me out. I don't know. I was wearing it the other day with my brother and sister-in-law, and I was like, guys, do I look really pale with this sweater on? And they're like, actually, now that you mention it, you do. And I was like, oh, okay. But I don't really care that much about that stuff. Like color theory, I take it into account a little bit. But I'm going to buy what I'm going to buy based on a lot of things, not just color. I'm going to take into account like the sizing, how comfortable it is, the quality of it, all these other things. So this was like $3. I'm definitely going to wear it. This is another shirt that I thrifted at Value Village. I would say this shirt, I'm actually going to keep the tag on next time, or keep the receipt so that I can actually tell you the real prices and whatever discounts I got or whatever. But I got this cute little Aeropostale t-shirt. It's a perfect fit in terms of it hits like right at my hip bones, which is exactly, as I've said a million times, where I want my t-shirts to hit. I just feel like it's the most flattering t-shirt length on me and what makes me feel the most comfortable. But I just really like this shirt. It says Aeropostale, original brand. I like the colors. I like the fit of it. And I thought it would be cute just as like a staple everyday piece to like wear to go get groceries or to teach dance or whatever. So yeah. And the last thing I'm going to show you guys, which I'm not going to bother trying on to be quite honest, because it's not that exciting, is these brown sweatpants. They're just a pair of brown sweatpants. I have an emotional attachment to my sweatpants, and my absolute favorite pair I recently lost at the gym or left them at the gym. I really don't know, because I'm not one to like leave my clothes. Like I leave my like keys or my wallet or whatever. Like I leave other stuff everywhere, but I never leave my clothes. But anyway, I lost my favorite pair of sweatpants that were like this exact, like kind of low rise, thick sweatpant with a cuff at the bottom. They're the right length. They hit right at my ankle. They're not like, I feel like sometimes when I wear like cropped sweatpants, I feel a little bit like the berries and cream boy, if that makes any sense. Like they feel more like pantaloons than sweatpants. So these just fit really well. They were like $4 or $5 at the thrift shop. Don't skip on your basics at the thrift shop, guys. Like this t-shirt, these sweats, even that little green shirt back there that I'm going to be wearing to teach. They were all like under $6, and they're like the type of things you really do wear every day that you don't have to spend a pretty penny on. You can find all of that stuff for pretty cheap at the thrift shop. So that is officially everything I got, you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you are into this type of content because I really just need to focus on, my therapist said I need to focus on more positive, uplifting content and not like doom and gloom for my mental health and my anxiety. So I said if I was going to like get creative with it and start making content again, I was going to do something like this that just feels light and easy and fun and cute and makes me feel good. So if you guys are down for more content like this, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Let me know how I should style these pieces. Let me know what you like the most. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.